Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings, and with every step you take. Bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dreams. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Oh, the places you will go and the people you will know. Don't worry when, or where, or how. You don't need to know that now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings. You will do amazing things. You don't have to work it out. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes deepest answers come when you're out there having fun. So close your eyes, take a breath, and smile. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing you will do amazing
live streaming. We're so very glad that you are here today. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Dusty Rippelmeyer, and I have the honor and the privilege of being this community spiritual director. We are part of a larger organization called Centers for Spiritual Living. And Centers for Spiritual Living is a practical and positive faith, philosophy, and way of life, which is a global community of over 450 centers, teaching chapters, and special focus ministries in over 30 countries worldwide. Our community is the spiritual home for a diverse group of people who are seeking a deep and abiding connection with each other and the God of their understanding. We are a powerful spiritual community lovingly committed to a world of acceptance, compassion, peace, and joy. We gather together to express love, grow spiritually, practice radical acceptance and inclusion, and connect with one another. What we are really about is providing a supportive community where we can explore our own spiritual path and support others as they do the same. Formally, our purpose is to inspire, educate, and empower individuals to experience themselves as unique and individualized expressions of God. We do this within a sacred and supportive community that welcomes everyone just as they are. Our mission is the transformation of our personal lives and to being a powerful and beneficial presence on the planet. We do this through celebration, study, service, fellowship, and the energy of unconditional love. Our vision is a world that actually does work for all. We do this by consciously practicing the truth of our oneness and unity with God in our everyday lives. No matter where you are on your spiritual path, you are always welcome here. Today's flower dedication, beautiful flowers, are for everyone who's celebrating their birthday in June. Is that anyone in the room? Babs's brother, we celebrate you today. Maybe there are somebody out there raising their hands out there. Matea, and excellent, awesome. My sister just had hers on June 12th. So I invite the rest of us to hold our hands out, just out into the universe, toward everyone celebrating their birthday in June, and repeat after me. We see you. We know who you really are. We celebrate the day that you arrived on the planet. We are grateful for your presence in our community. And we love you. So even though there's no one in the room, maybe somebody could come and get on over to Relish, because we'll be going to Relish at 5625 Creedmoor Road in Raleigh to celebrate all of the June birthdays and to just break some bread together in fellowship. So please come and join us after the service. If you've never been to Relish, they have a very expanded and delicious menu. So please consider joining us. Another announcement that I will be doing is that I'm so excited to announce that our annual friend and fundraiser, Gourmets for God. Gourmets for God is a unique community builder and fundraiser for our center. The events are created and hosted by the TCSL community. They involve inspired meals and other activities of all kinds, such as casual picnics at sunset, elegant meals with charades, fun food-related outings, cooking a class, a craft-related event with lunch, and so much more. The events can be simple or they can be elaborate, and hosts can sponsor more than one event. You can also join together with another host and do it collectively if you'd like. Host registration will happen throughout the month of June and into July, from June 15th through July 12th. Once your potential dates are determined and your plans are fully developed, then please fill out a host registration form. The forms are available on the Wednesday newsletter or on our website. Please fill out a form for each event that you plan to host. To avoid scheduling 2 or more events on the same date and time, please secure your event date now First come, first serve. If you wish to check on any calendar dates, please contact Heather. We will be having a kickoff event, a kickoff lunch here at Powell Drive following the service on Sunday, July 19th. Some of you may remember that we did this a number of years ago, and it was a lot of fun. So we'll have, we talk about all of the events, and maybe even some of the hosts will stand up and explain what their events are. And then we'll have something to eat. We don't know exactly what yet, but we will have something to eat. And then following the kickoff event, we will facilitate a silent auction throughout July and August, throughout July to August 7th. Now, at that event, we'll begin an auction and have a real auction to kick off the event, and then we'll go into the silent auction after that. So if you've participated in other auctions before, you have most likely bid to buy the whole event. In Gourmets for God, you're bidding for a seat at the event. So if the event holds 6 people, then you're bidding for 1 or 2 of those 6 seats. Anyone can bid, and there's no limit to how many events that you can bid for, and you don't even have to be a TCSL member to participate. So if you have some friends that love to do these kinds of things, please invite them and bring them along with you. My suggestion is once the silent auction starts that you bid soon and that you bid high, because you want to be sure to get those seats at those events that you've really chosen and really want to attend. And then come the events from August 14th through November 15th. Usually Fridays and Saturdays. We have to please stay away from Tuesday evenings and Wednesday evenings, and also Sunday afternoons, unless they're later on Sunday. They could be after 3 o'clock or so. So please consider hosting an event and attending as many as you possibly can. There will be more information that will come out on the Constant Contact. We actually have a button with a number of possibilities and some descriptions of those possibilities that our beloved Carol Cross created. So you can click on that button and it will take you to a PDF of those ideas. Now, please welcome to the pulpit our beloved Sean Chalky with the rest of our announcements.
We have always had a plethora of assistants at the end of the service. We now need and are asking for some assistance before the service. We could make this work with 2 or even better with 3 volunteers, 4 before the service and the same after. Okay. Heather and Reverend Dusty arrive at 8 to be ready for the meditation. I think if we have more assistants, we could begin at 8:30. For those who are willing to assist, we will have the coffee on by the time y'all arrive, and it will be a wonderful opportunity for increased fellowship with others in the community. Please consider signing up for 1 or 2 Sundays over the summer. Send an email to info@trianglecsl.org. Thank you ahead of time for your willingness and your generosity. Okay. Beyond the dates that I just mentioned, Sunday, July 5th and 19th, and Sunday, August 2nd and the 9th, we have reached out to another community center about more days moving forward throughout the year. For all of the other dates in June, July, and August, we will be online only. If and when that changes, we will absolutely let everyone know as soon as possible. Until then, we will continue to do what we do and bring forward deep and thoughtful messages and music each Sunday via StreamYard. As always, the meditation is at 9:45 and the service is at 10:15. As we continue to announce, our 2026 Wednesday evening services have changed. They do, however, continue to be a midweek spiritual pick-me-up. The new concept is called A Year of Value. It is a journaling, self-study program in which you receive a quality each week on Wednesday by email, along with all kinds of resources to grow that quality in your life. By focusing on the many different aspects of leading an exemplary life, we believe it supports participants in making 2026 truly a year of value. To sign up, send an email to info@trianglecsl.org indicating you desire to participate. Before moving on, we would like to thank Diane Carnes for her beautiful meditation. Thank you, Diane. And now, please welcome her back to the stage.
Hello, everybody, and thank you, Sean. You, as always, the best announcements in the world, right? So inspired. I wonder if you've missed your calling there, Sean. The theme for the year 2026 is Open at the Top. Our theme for the month of June is Higher, Deeper Love. And Dusty's message is, I was made for loving you. Now, let's welcome my husband, John, who will be assisting me this morning with our blessing of all faiths. The Triangle Center for Spiritual Living honors the diversity and threads of truth that run through all spiritual paths as represented by this ceremony. Christianity is the path of Christ consciousness, love, and forgiveness. Buddhism is the path of compassion and understanding. Judaism is the ethical path of living by sacred law. Baha'i is the path of unity and peace. Islam is the path of submission to the will of God, the highest calling. Confucianism is the path of deliberate tradition. Taoism is the natural way, the path of ultimate reality. Native American practice and shamanic traditions are the paths of primal spirituality. Shintoism is the path of tribal ancestry. Hinduism is the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. Science of mind and spirit is the path of the divine principle of love and law. And the heart represents the one heart, the one love that resides at the center of all people and all beings everywhere, with no exceptions. May peace prevail on earth through the followers of all paths. Thank you, John.
And so it is.
Oh, and so it is.
Oh, boy. Diane, are you taller than I am?
Yes.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Babs.
Also, Paul McCartney's birthday's in June. I'm actually up here to do an invocation, a blessing on the service, so I invite you all to close your outer eyes as I recognize the infinite presence, that infinite spirit of laughter which lives so boldly within me, the infinite love and light and joy, which is an expression of all good in the universe and certainly an expression of this congregation. And so I speak a blessing on Reverend Dusty as she allows herself to be a conduit for the liveliness, the loveliness, the infinite intelligence of spirit. I speak a blessing on Sandy Hemingway as he inspires us with his beautiful gift of music and song. I speak a blessing on all the volunteers who worked so hard in the heat to get this place set up, and it is looking beautiful. So thank you for that. And I speak a blessing on Diane Carnes as she is manifesting her most beautiful consciousness as the practitioner of the day. And I speak a blessing on our wonderful congregation, for I know that our work in this life together is to shine the light of our godliness and to be a beacon of that goodness in the world. And so I'm grateful for this beautiful moment in time in which we all experience the true blessing of our time together. And so it is. Today's reading is from Richer Living by Ernest Holmes. He says, "When we let the love that is within us go out to the God who is in all people and the divine presence that is in all things, then we are loving God with all our heart and with all our soul and with all our mind, because we are recognizing that spirit within us is the same spirit that we meet in others. This is loving our neighbors as ourselves." So it is. And now, the most wonderful, talented Sandy Hemingway. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Good morning, everyone. I made a mistake this morning. Which was I wasn't realizing that we were going to be there at Powell Drive. So try to do better next time. This song is a very new thought songs I ever read. It's called Love Awaits You. Love is always kind. Love will lift your sadness. Love will still find. Love can pick up and walk, no matter how far down you fall. Love can make us small and tall. Love is in the sunshine. Love is in the rain. Love is in the thunder. Chaos. cry. All your problems weigh you down. Love can catch you with you. Love can light your way. Love will come to your heart. If you just believe that love with you. Love can set you free. Love will come to your heart. If you just believe life will give you question. Though you may feel blind, love will give you answers. Seek and you find. Remember to have faith in all the things you cannot see. Love can make of you the best you'll be. Love's a precious present that you cannot hold. Love you give to others returns a hundredfold. Love brings peace and joy where none was ever known before. Love, the only power that will ever put an end to war. Love is all you need. Love will come to your heart if you just believe that love awaits you. Love is in the air. Love will come to your heart. In fact, it's always there in you.
and the prayer and my upcoming talk very beautifully. So thank you so very much for that, Sandy. So welcome to those of you who may have just walked into the sanctuary, Michael Seltzer, and or perhaps turned on your television sets at home. The theme for the month of June is Higher, Deeper Love, and my message is entitled, I Was Made for Loving You. Now, some of you may recognize the title as a song by Kiss. I briefly thought about dressing that way today, but wasn't sure that you would, really pay attention to somebody whose tongue was sticking out the whole time. So on the surface, right, it's this really high energy rock anthem that really is about desire and about connection. But for me, this idea of I was made for loving you is actually could be looked at in a deeper or more spiritually sacred way. Underlying the idea is that I was made in a moment of love. A moment of love by love itself. I'm an ambassador, right, of that presence on the planet, here to bring forward that love out into the world in my own unique and individual way. I was made for loving you. There is really nothing that could be more true. And what I know is that it's absolutely not just about me, but it's about each and every single one of us. I was made for loving you. At its core, that phrase touches on the idea of purpose through connection. Spiritually, that can point to the idea that humans are wired for love, not just romantic love, but unity or intimacy or merging with something that's outside of our isolated self. And in that sense, then, that you that is in the song, yes, could be a soulmate or a lover, but it could also represent a family member or a friend or a coworker or a neighbor or humanity as a whole, or even the divine. I was made for loving you. There is also a theme of destiny. The idea of being made for suggests that love isn't accidental, that there is something about it that is essential, that it really is almost like a calling or a life's purpose. In spiritual traditions, love is often the highest state of being that we can really express, or that we can be, a doorway into a more transcendent experience than the one we might be experiencing each and every single day. It can be an expression of meaning and connection and the force that actually allows us to dissolve ego and separation that we may be feeling, even though we know it's not true. From a spiritual perspective, many traditions point to the idea that human beings were not made merely to survive, that we're not made merely to achieve, or that we're not made merely to consume, but that we are here to love. Love is often described as the deepest purpose of the soul. The deepest purpose of the soul and the force that actually gives meaning to our existence. Today, to say that we were made for loving means something larger than achievement, or larger than romance, or larger than attachment. It speaks to the fact that our human nature, our innate human nature, is always reaching beyond ourselves, always reaching towards a greater connection with each other and with the world around us, a greater reaching towards compassion, or towards service, or towards truth, or towards union with something greater than ourselves. That is our nature, to always be reaching beyond just our isolated self. In many spiritual teachings and traditions, love is not just an emotion, it is our original nature. It is our nature, who we are at our very core. Fear, ego, division, and pain may cover over it, right? May obscure it, hide it as clouds do the sun, but beneath all of that is a longing to give and receive love freely. That longing shows up everywhere. It shows up in friendships. It shows up in family. It shows up in creativity. It shows up in sacrifice, forgiveness, devotion, and even in that ache that we have to belong to, as Sean would say, community. Some traditions, including the science of mind, would say that because we were created by love itself, that we feel most alive when we are participating in it. Others frame it as an awakening to the interconnectedness of all beings, the interconnectedness of all life. Spiritually, love is also transformative. Think about it. Genuine love asks us to become patient. It asks us to become more honest, more courageous, and less centered on ourselves alone. So it breaks the illusion that we are separate from one another, or separate from God, or separate from life itself. And in that sense, then love is not just something we feel, it is something that actually shapes who we become. It shapes our becoming. And perhaps one of the clearest signs that we were made for loving is that almost every single human pursuit, whether we are talking about success or recognition or security and even power, eventually somehow feels hollow if love is absent. But even small moments filled with love can feel eternal. They feel like time just flies by, or that there is no time. We are all here today as spiritual beings having a human incarnation, divine, unique, individualized expressions of love, imbued with the essence of love itself. It is who we are. As I said before, it is our nature. We are here in this room on this path because we have heard something within us calling and wanting to be expressed. A knowing within, or a yearning that comes up, that something more we are meant for. Something more we desire, and that is a greater experience of love in our lives. So how do we do this? How do we step powerfully into this awareness of the expression, I was made for loving you? Now, last Sunday, we talked about the idea that our relationship with love is inseparable from our relationship with ourselves, because every experience of love that we move through that is filtered through what we say and how and what we see about ourselves. Rumi says, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all of the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. And Marianne Williamson goes on to say, our barriers to love are rarely consciously chosen. They are our efforts to protect the places where our heart is bruised. Somewhere, sometime, we felt as though an open heart caused us pain or humiliation. And in a quick moment, perhaps a fraction of a second, we made a decision to protect ourselves from ever feeling that way again. So if you were to think about it, what are those barriers within you? One of the barriers could be a belief that we do not deserve it, that we do not deserve love, that we may believe that, really we're not a very good person, or that we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that we are secretly hiding our shadow self, and that if people knew it, they would know that we were not deserving of love. Or we could believe that we don't deserve it because we're not enough yet. We're not successful enough, or we're not thin enough, or we're not beautiful enough, or we're not good enough, or we're not smart enough, or we're not spiritual enough. We will not express or let love in until we attain those things, and we attain it in that enoughness that we feel is enough, which is quite often never attained. We could even feel guilty about receiving love. Perhaps we've been taught that it is selfish, or that it's self-centered, or that it's egotistical, or it's somehow in some way unspiritual. Or we may feel that receiving love is a weakness, that it's strength to be giving, and that it is a weakness to receive. So we may fear the obligation that we feel with receiving love, or we could be afraid of the responsibility. Perhaps our parents, or our families, or our friends, or our coworkers, or our teachers have imposed conditions upon loving that made us not want to receive that. We often learn, right? We often learn about love from people who know nothing about it. It comes with judgment and manipulation, demands and requests to change who we are into something or someone that we are not. We may have never really learned about or experienced unconditional love and therefore do not have a mental equivalent of it. And as we know, if we don't have a mental equivalent about it, if we cannot think about it or bring it up into our consciousness, then we will really be hard-pressed to experience it. Because of this, we may believe that receiving love brings this sense of obligation. We may believe that if someone loves us or loves us in some particular way, that we have to, that we need to, that it is demanded of us that we love them back, and not only love them back, but love them back in the way that they love us. We do not always remember, maybe we never knew, that we have a choice in the matter. And that every single person has that same choice. It is a choice. Perhaps we're too independent, and we believe that we can handle everything on our own. Now, the bottom line is that relationships are assignments in which people are brought together for mutual growth so that each individual soul is brought to a greater awareness and to an expansion of love in their life. This certainly cannot happen if we are doing everything on our own. Perhaps we are someone who has an image of ourselves that we are always giving. We are the nice person who is always doing nice things for someone else. Now that's truly not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing except when it comes with the belief that we are always doing nice things for others and no one is doing nice things for us. You can just feel the resentment in that, yes? This implies that we are nice and other people are not so nice, and the problem is that our identity is too tied to our behavior to change or to really be able to allow love into our lives. Nobody else is nice enough, right? Or perhaps we have a context for living that is so tied to suffering that we cannot let that love in. So on either side, the martyr and the victim, they're just two ways that we really stop love from coming into our life or from expressing it. Because we have to be able to both give and receive. Marianne Williamson says, love is what we were born with. Fear is what we have learned here. The spiritual journey is the relinquishment or the unlearning of fear and the acceptance of love back into our hearts. The invitation is to do whatever is necessary to shine the light of truth upon all of those barriers that we have within us, whether they are conscious or unconscious, and to heal our emotional wounds so that we can allow ourselves to express and to experience love again in our lives. With that revealing light of truth upon our unconscious barriers to giving and receiving, what is it that we know about love? What do we know about love? Now, love is not merely a fleeting emotion or really a passive state of being. It is a dynamic verb. A dynamic verb, an active force that really demands our conscious participation. We have to participate in the experience of love. A participatory emotion that can actually end up being the context out of which we create the experiences of our lives. Love is an energy And it includes a state of acceptance, compassion, forgiveness, healing, intimacy, giving, being responsible, respect, knowing and being known, humility, self-acceptance, kindness, peace, joy, non-judgment, integrity, and the confidence, faith, and courage to risk the unknown. And I'm sure you can add a whole lot of other ones. It presents in acts of service, in extending forgiveness, and in simply being fully, completely and fully present with another being. The CSL Theme Committee says, when we embody love as a verb, we transform abstract feelings into tangible expressions, impacting our relationships and shaping the world around us. This active, ongoing commitment to love cultivates a deeper connection to life itself, revealing its power to mend, unite, and elevate every aspect of our existence. It raises us up, in Sean's words. I was made for loving you. It's a choice that we can make, a choice that we actually need to make, and we need to make it consciously, and we need to make it consistently. It's an experience that we need to participate in if we wish to experience it in our lives. While Jesus related many different parables and actually lived his life as an example of how we should and could live our own lives, he only had two rules, two commandments, right? To love God and to love one another. As spiritual beings having a human incarnation, love God with all thy heart and love thy neighbor are not always so easy to stay grounded in. We find that we are too often caught up in worldly events or concerns or negative emotions, judgmental thoughts, and dualistic thinking that really does not allow for the love of God to be experienced or expressed. There's just too much going on in our consciousness with all of that to really be able to experience this thing called love. We often have interactions with others in the world that really have very little to do with love, with seeing the face of God in everyone that we meet. We meet them not from our inner divinity or not from our inner essence of love, but we meet them from fear or from lack or from limitation or doubt or worry or judgment. We have to be able to look at ourselves and each other with the ability to separate the person from their actions, to separate the person from their behavior, to distinguish between the person and the mental conditioning or the programming that they have learned. We have to be able to separate that. Ernest Holmes says, when we let the love that is within us to go out to the God who is in all people and the divine presence that is in all things, then we are loving God with all our heart and with all our soul and with all our mind, because we are recognizing the Spirit within us is the same Spirit that we meet in others. This is loving our neighbors as ourselves. That is the reading that Babs read earlier. We need to be able to see that presence and to know that that presence exists, and to separate that presence from the behavior or the actions of the people that we meet in our lives. This kind of unconditional love doesn't tie our hands. It doesn't have to mean, it doesn't mean that it's about indifference or simply going along with what everybody does or what everybody says. We can strongly dislike or even reject or even actively oppose what another person is doing or saying and still know who they are at the heart of them, still know who and whose they are, and love them unconditionally because of that. The bottom line is that whenever we shut down, we become unavailable to love. We block the flow. Shutting down the flow of love in any arena of our lives shuts down the flow of love in all arenas of our life. You hold one person out of your heart, and you're holding every person out of your heart. Whew. That's huge to think about. When we love, we are wide open. And when we are wide open, then love flows freely in and out of us. It is only in learning to express and to receive love that the world and all of its inhabitants become whole. It's the only way to really create a world that works for all. It's only when we love that we truly express who we truly are. And in order to truly love one another, we have to open that door of love that is within ourselves. We have to open that door, and we have to express that love. We have to allow ourselves to receive love, and we have to allow that love to flow out of us. The love we cultivate within ourselves isn't really a separate entity or an isolated experience. It is truly the direct outpouring of Spirit. The direct outpouring of Spirit from us, each of us, in our own unique and individualized way. I was made for loving you. The invitation is to love, and to love at all times and in all situations. To remember who and whose we are, and to practice the presence every moment of every single day. This understanding fundamentally shifts how we think about ourselves and how we view all of our interactions. When we genuinely connect with the divine presence in our own being, recognizing it as the very essence of who we are, we just naturally begin to perceive that same Spirit in every person and in every circumstance that we encounter. It just happens. I was made for loving you. Means to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that there is only one of us here. To be able to see the face of God, not only in ourselves, but in everyone that we encounter. This means our capacity to truly love our neighbor is directly proportional to our awareness, to our acceptance, to our alignment of the divine residing within us and within everyone else. Can you see that? I was made for loving you. Our profound awareness of this truth means that our everyday interactions are transformed from mundane occurrences to sacred opportunities. Sacred opportunities to be responsible, sacred opportunities to feel compassion for others, sacred opportunities to share our skills, our gifts, and our talents with the world, and sacred opportunities to be in service to each other. Today, the invitation is in all situations and in all relationships of our lives to allow the love of God, that love of God, that love that is God, right, that we arrived on the planet with, that love that who we are at our very core, to flow through and as us. To choose love as though our life's purpose depended upon it. because it does. I was made for loving you. And so it is. And so it is. And so I invite everyone to turn within for a moment of prayer. Truly taking the time to close our outer eyes and turn away from the world of form, to allow ourselves the focus and the attention to really look within, to really see that presence, to feel that presence, to experience that presence consciously in this moment. Take a deep breath and allow that. It's always there. We just, however, don't always feel it. We don't always recognize it. We don't always lean into it. But it is always there. And as I close my eyes, it becomes easier to really turn to it. I know that I am one with this power and presence. I know that it is who I am at my very core. I know that wherever I am, in whatever relationship or whatever situation I find myself in, that God is there in its fullness and in its wholeness. I know that this is the truth, that there is no place where God is not. And so, because I know that God and love are synonymous, I know that wherever I am, love is. And what I know about that truth is that it's not just true for me, it is true for each and every sentient being on the planet. Everyone here in this room, everyone watching live in your own homes, everyone that may watch this later, really everything and everyone on the planet. We are all connected to each other by that golden thread of love. We are never without it. We cannot be separate from it or from each other. And it's from that place of unity that I speak these words about us for today, truly knowing that we are spiritual beings having a human incarnation, and that no matter what experience we are having, what relationship we find ourselves in, that we can always, always take a breath, take a pause, take a beat, take a moment to remember who we are and to allow that love to lead, to come into the room first, to fill the spaces between the people that we are interacting with. That it is our choice, a choice that we can make consciously and consistently to bring forward that love into everything we do. To allow that love not only to be something delicious that we experience in the moment, but something that actually changes us, because it asks us for things, to be more patient, to be more present, to be more forgiving, to be more kind, to be more compassionate. And once we start doing it, it becomes so much fun to just continue to keep on doing it. And then other people see it and feel it, and they want to be a part of it. And pretty soon, everyone is raised up, and the world changes. It becomes a place that we are so happy to be living on. I claim ease and grace for us, each of us, for seeing the face of God in everyone we meet, allowing it to flow out of us, receiving it in turn so that we keep that flow going, and to know that we were made for loving each other, for loving ourselves, for loving the world, for loving God, simply for loving. And I'm so grateful to know this truth and to speak these words. So grateful for the power of prayer, knowing that these words are loosed into a law that only ever says yes. that my words are clothed in form even as they are spoken, and so I speak them and I release them into that law. Letting go and letting God be God. I invite everyone to anchor this prayer for ourselves, for each other, for our community, and for the world simply by saying, and so it is. And so it is. Amen. Thank you all so very much. It is now time for our conscious giving. The Triangle Center for Spiritual Living is sustained by the giving of our time, treasure, and talent. And this is the time every week when we offer our financial support so that our community can continue to be a beacon of light and love and warmth in the Greater Triangle area and beyond. And together we affirm that today's offering lifts this spiritual community, prospers the one giving, and adds to the energy of sufficiency on the planet. There are several ways that you can give, and they're on your screens at home or on your screen here. You can visit our website at trianglecsl.org. You can text the word GIVE to 919-629-9148, or you can mail your gift to our office at PO Box 4062, Cary, North Carolina 27519. So I invite you to turn within for one more moment as I speak a word of blessing upon this offering, knowing that the process itself is an opportunity to stand in an expanded view of all of the ways that we are abundant and to focus our attention on all of this abundance by practicing sharing and giving. That by recognizing our good and being willing to give some of it away, we enter into the law of circulation and participate in the powerful flow of the universe. I know that as each of us enters into this eternal flow of giving and receiving, that the gift we give comes back to us. The blessing and the blessed are one. Thank you all for your gift, and I thank God for the gift of each and every single one of you. And now we'll please welcome Sandy Hemingway back.
This is a Daniel Nemod song. It's called Love Is My Decision.
Thank you. And now, in the comfort of your home or here at Powell Place, please stand and join me for our June 14th affirmation. This is a call and response. Please repeat it with meaning. For those of you who can't stand, that's okay. I was made in a moment of love by the very presence of love itself.
I was made in a moment of love by the very presence of love itself.
Created in its image and likeness, I have that love at my very core.
Created in its image and likeness, I have that love at my very core.
As an individualized expression of that presence, I am its ambassador.
As an individualized expression of that presence, I am its ambassador.
Therefore, I vow to be love with everyone I meet and everything I do.
Therefore, I vow to be love with everyone I meet and everything I do.
I was made for loving you is a choice I can make and do so consciously and consistently every moment of every day.
I was made for loving you is a choice I can make and do so consciously and consistently every moment of every day.
My life and the life of those around me is forever changed.
My life and the life of those around me is forever changed.
And so it is.
And so it is.
All right, great job, everybody. Take your seats. I tell you, there's a whole lot of comedic action going on in this space today. You guys, if you're not here, you're missing out on a lot. Anyway, so now I invite you to close your outer eyes as I speak a benediction. What a joyful time today. What a joyful moment to be grateful for the miracle of our lives here. What an amazing opportunity to experience a better understanding of love and to bring this larger understanding out into our lives, the lives of our families, our communities, and our loved ones. And so I invite us all to go forth with this expanded experience and understanding of who we are in, as, and of love. And I have released this word into the law with joy, and so it is.
You take the high road, I'll take the low road. Whoop. I'll try to leave my clothes on while I do it. So we have a few people online that have left some comments, so we'll bring those into the room so we can all feel like we are together. Can you see it? No. See. Woo! And Jamila is here this morning. Good morning, friends. She says, good morning, Jamila. Nice to see you. Mary Elizabeth Bogansky Espadas. Sorry, I totally blew your name, Mary Elizabeth. I'm so glad that you're here, though. Jasmine, yay! Good morning, Jasmine. Nice to see you. And the Amy and Martin are here. Thank you so very much for joining us this morning. Marianne, welcome, Marianne. So glad to have you with us. And the Flounderys, yay! The Flounderys are here. So grateful to see all of y'all. Rebecca Fouts, good to have you with us. And I guess that's it for the comments for today, but thank you all for being here, being in the room with all of your shenanigans and all of your love. It has been a wonderful morning. I'm so very glad to have you here sitting in front of me. For those of you that are at home, I'm really glad that you have joined us, because even though we don't have you in the room with us, I know you're there, and I very much appreciate it. For those of you that are home and want to join us, we will be at 5625 Creedmoor Road, at a restaurant called Relish. So you have plenty of time to get dressed and get in your car and come and join us. And I invite all of you all to go over with us after we restore the room. Have an amazing week. I love you all madly. See you soon.